Shabbat Shalom. We begin our worship on page 128 with Ma Yafeh Hayom. How lovely today is. Shabbat Shalom.
Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We continue now with Romemu in the middle of page 135. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Please join me now in Lecha Dodi as we welcome the Sabbath bride on pages 138 and 139. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi
And we now continue with the lighting of the Shabbat candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We continue on page 125. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished? Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time, contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat abide.
Continue now on page 144. Yitkadal veyitkadash shmei Rabba.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei.
B'chayechon ufyomechon ufchayei chol Beit Yisrael. Bagala uvizman kariv.
Veimeru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba mevorach, le'olam ul'olmei almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach ve'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam ve'yitnaseh, ve'yitadar ve'yitale ve'yitalal, Shemei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imeru, Amen.
We continue with Baruch Hu, our call to worship on page 146. Please rise if you are able. Page 148. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chokhmah poteach she'arim, uvitfuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, v'mishmerotehem barakir kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uven layla, Adonai tzavaot shemo, el chai v'kayam tamid imloch aleinu leolam va'ed, baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 150.
Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochbeinu v'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratcha, u'b'mitzvotecha, le'olam, le'olam va'ed. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Ki hem chayenu be'orech yameinu, uvahem neged yomam v'layla, ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim, le'olamim. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael, ohev amo Yisrael. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta.
So invite us to take a deep breath in and exhale out. Take another deep breath in as we breathe in that sense of Shabbat. And exhale out, Mishagas. Another deep breath in as we breathe in that sense of shalom, of wholeness and completeness. And exhale out all that negative energy within us.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Together on page 155. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work. Whether you are tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God.
We continue on page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. We continue on page 158 with Mi Chamocha. We continue on page 162 with Vishamru.
השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, לדורותם ברית עולם.
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. We continue now with the central portion of our worship with our tefillah. Please rise if you are able.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Koneh Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see wherever we gaze that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. Blessed is the Eternal One, the Holy God. Page 173. We join together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Page 175 on the bottom of the page. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, and our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha bi'irah na'avod. Page 177. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha lacher na'eh lehodot.
Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav. Ki ata u'melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata u'melech Adon, melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך, בשלומך. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav.
I invite us now to take a deep breath in and exhale out as we now reflect on that makor shalom, that source of peace that lies within each one of us, as we pause now in silent reflection.
nigion libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, ve'koali, ve'koali.
We now focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. On this Shabbat, we think of Sally Amarendez, Chana bat Miriam, Eliana bat Chana, Robert Berg, Barbara Berlant, Dr. Arnold Berliner, Sarah Beinstock, Sandy Beinstock, Rich Burns, Esther Burton, Dr. Ed Kahn, Bob Kant, Nicole Chapman, Hadley Crane, Celeste Donley, Elise Epstein, Peter Fadum, Jason Fishoff, Carolyn Franklin, Barbara Friedman, Holly Fugit, Betty Garcia, Mary Gold, Jennifer Guerrera, Courtney Hansen, Lee Henderson, Barbara Jackowitz, Linda Johnson, Jerry Karp, Evelyn Katz-McCosker, Petrus Lacey, Lietzvia Batliba Ve'elchanan, Janice Lucero, Young Song Lot, Father Bill Leninger, Shirley Lerner, Gary Levine, Penny Levine, Bobby Lotman, Austin Lucero, Riley Mendel, Eva Misley, Peggy Monroe, Brad Parkins, Esther Richmond, Linda Rogers, Stan Rudman, Marilyn Rudy, Richard Rusnak, Dolores Sams Hoy, Laura Sanders, Donna Shine, Corrine Silverman, Sybil Summer, Grace Tannen, Donna Thyman, Pham Tai Trang, Martha Walker, Teresa Walsh, Claire Cecil Watson, Rosanna Wershing, Jeannie Watson, Nancy Weisenfeld, Karen Williams, Sue Witten, Sherman Wong. As we now pray for their better health.
Refainu Adonai v'nei Rapha, Hoshienu v'ni v'sheya, El Karo
We continue now with the word of Torah. This week's Torah portion, Chayei Sarah, is from the book of Genesis. The opening words are Chayei Sarah, which means the life of Sarah. And yet, the portion talks about her death. What is up with that? The rabbis teach that the reason why it is written that way is to remind us that the righteous are called living after death, while the wicked are called dead even in life. And so Sarah, the righteous mother of Israel, still lives because her example continues to inspire acts of goodness among her descendants. This is an early example of the concept of memory in our tradition. Sarah's memory, like that of Abraham's, is still recalled to this day. Traditionally, we invoke our ancestors during the Amidah 3 times a day, 4 times on the Sabbath. Another reminder of the importance of memory. How do we recall our loved one's memory? We recite their name before mourner's Kaddish, and we light a Yahrzeit candle. Maybe we tell a story or two about the person. When someone dies, it doesn't mean their values or what they stood for dies as well. But it is bequeathed to us, and it is our responsibility to keep those values alive. So too, we need to think of our values. What is it we stand up for? What will be our legacy? Abram also dies in this week's portion, after he buries Sarah in Hebron for 400 shekels of silver to a Hittite. According to the Talmud, Abraham had 3 traits or values he believed in. 1, a generous eye. 2, a meek spirit. And 3, a humble soul. What is it you will be remembered for? What is your legacy? What is it that you are most proud of in your life? Maybe on this Shabbat, we should all consider our legacy. Consider that which we have departed to the earth. And let us take this time to reflect on what that legacy could be. We still have plenty of time, don't we? Shabbat Shalom.
Yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai.
We continue with Elena on page 586. Please rise if you're able.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula le'otzer breshit, shehu notei shamayim ve'oser haaretz, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגופי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We now think of members of our community who have died recently or in years past. We especially think of those that are grieving the Shloshim, the 30-day period of mourning, for Cami Resnick, Ronald Reese, B. Chandler Shaw, Greg Stiller. We also think of those that are grieving the Shana, the first-year mourning, for Gary Aknin, Marion Bergoffen, Tony Berliner, Raymond Berman, Rabbi Samuel Brody, Alexander Burstein, Stephen Ronnie Bush, Idel Kagan, Dory Cohen, Rabbi Sissy Koran, Vivian David, Rebecca Lynn Decker, Binny Schumann Donald, Jean Donley, Vladimir Doktorovich, Bert Epstein, Glenn Farber, Beverly Furman, Marv Fox, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Helen Marchik Goldman, Bernice Green, Lorna Hoffman, Susan Hammer, Seema Jaffe, Jerry Kane, Rita Kane, Lori Kaplan, David Doody Missinger, Irene Neal, Richard Pascoe, Nancy Pfister, Curtis Lee Robinson, Edith Robinson, Rabbi Kenneth Roseman, Laura Marie Rosen, Barbara Rudnicki, Victor Ratner, Fred Retchen, Ron Roth, Lorraine Samuel, Ruth Silen, Marilyn Silver, Francis Singer, Alice Sklar, Sandra Sokolek, Bruce Summer, Carol Wachtenheim. We also think of the following yahrzeits that we observe on this Shabbat as we think of Scott Alberts, Mildred Allen, Naomi Ashel, Altina Bahar, Anna Boxer, Sam Farber, Louis Fishman, Robert Fishman, Sadie Gabrilowitz, Jeannie Dove Goldberg, Robert Goldberg, Ralph Norman Goldine, Abe Goldstein, Dorothy Halpern, Abraham Hassad, Joyce Jackman, Cecilia Coves, Coralie Leader, Frederick E. Lehman, Lori LeMay, Max Mordechai Levin, Virginia Levine, Norman Lieberman, Oscar Mincer, Bina Newman, Rose Richards, Edith Rosenberg, Marvin Rossman, Belle Sheen, Mildred Siegel, Albert Senegalia, J.T. Snyder, Solomon Sokol, Lisa Stransky, Kathleen Sullivan, Martha Titleman, Ballad Tresser, Jean Tucker Cannon Davis, Sidney Weissman, Ruth Warren. Zichronam Livracha, may the memories of all of our loved ones endure as a blessing as we continue with Mourner's Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה וזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ותרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה ברכו. לעולם מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא זמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה משמיה, וחיים עלינו וכל ישראל, זמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם, סלאם שלום. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם, סלאם שלום. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם, סלאם שלום. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם, סלאם שלום. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו